The World Health Organization estimates around 1.3 million people pass away and over 50 million get injured every year worldwide from road accidents. Not only that, a study suggests that driverless cars are 6.7 times less likely than human drivers to be involved in a crash resulting in an injury, representing an 85% reduction over the human benchmark. This suggests that human error is the leading cause of road mishaps. Experts have this simple exclamation. They say the fewer humans drive on the roads, the safer our roads become. But we are all living under the perception that AI-driven cars are dangerous, shouldn't be adopted, can be hacked, etc., etc. So why are we living under the perception that AI-driven cars are the enemy while the facts suggest differently? To find an answer to these questions, today we will discuss how artificially intelligent cars will make our roads safer and how they are our ally. But before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel as we strive to bring the latest and greatest from the world of AI. The first major subtopic we'll be looking into today is why accidents happen. We need to establish here that the majority of traffic accidents stem from the decisions drivers make while driving, not their lack of driving skills. Human error is to blame for a whopping 94% of all road accidents. Many drivers will inevitably screw up by falling prey to the most common causes of accidents and are left with no one to blame but themselves. By shedding light on these causes, we can get a better idea of how road accidents can be fixed with artificial intelligence. The number one reason for accidents is distracted driving because it accounted for 8% of fatal motor vehicle collisions in 2020 in the US, resulting in 3,142 deaths. In 2021, the same reason resulted in 3,211 fatalities. This is because reality is somewhat contrary to what many believe. Our brains can't multitask effectively. So when drivers engage in activities like texting, chatting on the phone, fixing their appearance, reading, or munching while driving, their brains hop between tasks, unable to concentrate consistently on the road ahead. Beyond distracted driving, alcohol consumption is another common reason behind road collisions in the West and essentially in the US. On average, drunk driving claims the lives of 32 people every day. This is a big number, but it has come down from an even bigger one due to recent educational campaigns that have helped reduce the number of fatalities caused by drunk driving. When people are getting out late from work or from an important commitment, they consider pushing the pedal hard to make up for the time they lost while getting ready or waking up late. In the moment, they tend to overspeed and end up finding themselves juggling with life and death. 29% of all traffic fatalities in 2021 resulted in 12,330 deaths. Apart from overspeeding, a mammoth 40% of car accidents occur at intersections, with the cause being running of a red light or a stop sign. These reasons don't mark the end of the list of human errors that lead to deaths on the road. There are many others like reckless driving, defiance of cautionary measures, and aggressive driving. Fatigue, whether from sleepiness or exhaustion, impairs drivers' reactions and awareness of road conditions. Even cautious drivers can fall prey to accidents due to external factors like adverse weather conditions such as rain, snow, or ice, reducing tire traction and causing skidding or road neglect. Now that we know about the leading reasons for road accidents and have identified the truth that humans are the biggest threat on our roads, let's talk about how AI-powered, fully self-driving cars can potentially solve these problems. Before we look into fully self-driving cars, or FSD cars, we would like to share some impressive numbers about cars that have baseline AI safety features. This would strengthen our thesis that fully self-driving cars are the future all of us should vouch for. A well-reputed report suggests AI-powered advanced driver assist systems reduce crashes by 3.5%. It is also documented that blind spot monitoring could have prevented 50,000 collisions and 16,000 injuries in 2015. Not only that, predicted cost savings with crash avoidance tech amounts to almost $250 billion. The biggest motivation to shift to autonomous vehicles remains the fact that they eliminate human errors, potentially reducing injuries by 27%. Now that we have a strong basis that suggests technology as a solution to road calamities, it's time we define what a fully self-driving car actually is. So, by definition, Fully self-driving cars are Level 5 autonomous vehicles that require no human input or supervision to operate. They feature no manual controls like steering wheels or pedals, relying solely on advanced sensor suites including cameras, radar, LiDAR, and GPS to perceive the environment. These sensors feed data to sophisticated software and AI, enabling the car to interpret its surroundings, plan routes, and make driving decisions autonomously. In addition, fully self-driving cars can operate safely in all weather conditions, road types, and traffic situations, communicating with other vehicles and infrastructure for seamless coordination. Now, here comes an important question. Do these cars even exist? Well, the answer is technically yes, because prototypes of such vehicles do exist, but these prototypes are not yet ready for mass production. Yes, we have Teslas, but they only achieve level 4 of automation, which doesn't require human interference, but does offer manual controls so that humans can take over in tricky situations. Does that suggest we should refrain from putting Teslas in autonomous mode? Well, the clear answer is no. This is because they are already safe enough for everyday commutes and highway trips. The point here is that the person in the driving seat should also be mentally present to bypass the vehicle's judgment failures. But why do we always hear that fully self-driving cars are more dangerous than cars that are operated by humans? These kinds of misconceptions arise when cars with fully self-driving capabilities being driven in that mode encounter accidents. What we fail to realize is that fully self-driving technology is still in its early stages. It still requires a lot of testing, road data, calibration, and real-time learning to perfect itself. Whenever we fall prey to such misconceptions without evaluating the actions of the human inside the car, we actually give away humanity's best chance of having safer roads. There is strong evidence to it. Google's Waymo, a top player in self-driving cars working actively in San Francisco, which has more chaotic streets than most U.S. cities, revealed that their driverless rides cut bodily injury claims by 100% from the human average of 1.11 claims per million miles. They've only had 3 minor incidents over 7.1 million miles. Not only that, as of now, it's not even statistically feasible to claim that autonomous vehicles are not safe. This is due to self-driving cars having only driven a small fraction of the total miles that human drivers have. In this regard, many experts highlight the need of evaluating hundreds of millions of miles of self-driving data before concluding that level 4 autonomous vehicles are unsafe in comparison to human drivers. Waymo and another company called Cruise also revealed that their self-driving vehicles had a crash rate of 23 crashes per million miles, which is significantly lower than the 50.5 crashes per million miles for human ride-hail drivers. Even if we ponder deep into the accidents documented by Waymo, we spot an interesting trend that most of these accidents that thankfully did not result in any fatalities happened due to the fault of the other human driver. In fact, the whole list of Waymo's accidents highlight 2 glaring facts. Firstly, Waymo's vehicles were crashed into by other vehicles a whopping 28 times, while Waymo itself only collided with others 4 times. Secondly, out of the 3 or 4 serious crashes Waymo was involved in, none could be deemed as entirely Waymo's fault. After looking into Waymo's case study, it is pretty evident that accidents cannot be avoided until all human drivers are replaced. The key is to have all our roads filled with cars that drive without human intervention. Yes, this does sound far-fetched, but once it is achieved, our roads will be safer than ever. This is because AI systems can be trained to take the most appropriate action depending on the environmental context. Humans, no matter how responsible they drive, can only process limited information, while autonomous vehicles can gather and process multi-directional data, which automatically makes them safer as compared to human drivers. The policymaker's dilemma boils down to whether to greenlight the expansion of services like Waymo or not. When it comes to Waymo, the decision should be a no-brainer. It's already proving to be safer than human drivers. The quicker Waymo grows, the more potential crashes can be averted. Access to public roads is crucial for testing and enhancing self-driving technology. Self-driving car companies like Tesla and Waymo can't fully test their technology in controlled environments. They need real streets to tackle the complexity. Slowing down their progress could end up costing more lives than it saves, considering they're likely to create safer products than human drivers. Policymakers can also boost safety and accountability by demanding even greater transparency from self-driving companies regarding their safety records. This would enable the public to assess the accuracy of companies' crash reports firsthand. Not only will this data be helpful for policymakers, but it will also help in shaping the public opinion in favor of fully autonomous cars. Subscribe to AI Symbiosis for more AI news and updates. The future of our world is poised to be significantly different from what we can imagine if AI meets quantum computing. To find out how different it will be, click on the video link popping up and we will catch you there in a second. See ya!